Hello and welcome to Vampire Survivors. This is the ultimate run. If you're gonna watch any run on my channel, that's the one. No Laurel, no Vandalier. We're going to go 130% curse, hyper mode, on dairy plant. And it's no easy feat. This is the path I'm gonna take, by the way. I tried many things. I almost made it. It's the 29-minute mark, the problem. Things are okay before that. It's not easy, but it's okay. One of the challenges, by the way, is that my build is very specific because I kept tweaking it. I'm going to take a defensive approach, which is very unusual for me. Usually I like melting mobs and all, which I will until probably, I will melt mobs until the 29-minute mark, at which point I cannot kill them. And I saw two other runs where people went full DPS and they were able to kill them. But I'm gonna use what you see here, the Lancet, to stay alive. And that was my strategy. I died at 29 minutes 15 seconds and then 25 seconds. And I said, okay, I need the Lancet. Came to the realization that the Laurel was completely useless because it's always out of charges. I'm always getting hit a little bit. So how am I gonna do this? First I want to stay alive, so I'm going to go with the whip. These are all evolved, of course. The evolved whip and the evolved garlic. It's strange, isn't it? Because I did say they were not fantastic evolutions by themselves. But if you combine them both together, all of a sudden, it's good for survivability. And I think they both, we're going to look at the damage at the end of the video. But usually they pretty much, I hope, it won't be different from what I say, but usually they're about half of a normal evolution. Let's say half of the axe evolution each. So if I combine both, I do as much damage. It helps me survive as I'm trying to make that build. And I need 3 items. I'm not gonna pick up the speed. So there's the Attractorb, the Candel, and the armor. The armor will be also important in case I get hit. And it's on my path towards the Candel. It's between the Attractorb and the Candel. You're gonna see the map pop once in a while when I try to orient myself. So I'm gonna stay here until the 6-minute mark. Things calm down at 6 minutes, then I'm gonna run all the way to the Attractorb. This might have been a mistake. Maybe I should have gone to the Candel instead. Well, I succeeded, that's fine. But if I go to the Candel first, I will get the evolved axe right away. It's a guarantee because it's my main character, they tend to give me more axes. I did not have the Santa Water maxed out for Labora, which is an absolutely amazing evolution. I mean, I discovered this in this map. I knew it was good, but it makes so much damage. Labora is now a must. Of course, I'm using the song. I love it. It's either the song or the Bible, whichever comes first, but the song is really good at the beginning of the run. I hit up and down and it gets bigger and bigger. It's very strong and it changes the music in the game. I don't know if I'll speak non-stop, but anyways, we're gonna watch this thing and I really invite you to watch the whole thing. Now, the question that I had in mind was, should I show double speed or something like this? Please let me know in a comment for future runs. This is a 30-minute run. If I multiplied the footage speed by 2, it would be a 15-minute video. Would you like that? I'm not sure. It's more pure like this and you can manage. And, well, I could put timestamps where I pick up each of the... I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put timestamps when I reach a place where there's an item on the map. I'll do that at least, because usually on those runs I don't put timestamps because there's no reference, it's just a run. So I'll do that. Yeah, I'll do that, and maybe the 29-minute mark or something, or 28-minute mark. So you'll be able to see with the timestamps what's going on. So right now, I don't have the garlic, and the nicest runs start with the garlic. and I won't get it for a while. It might be one of the last item. Oh, it's already one of the last items. It might be the very last item I get. Garlic makes everything easier at the beginning, but eventually I'll get it. I want it for the knockback and the life regen combined with the whip, which does give life regen as well if I get hit, because I do not have Laurel once again. There's too many mobs, it's too insane, it's useless, as I said earlier. And in my runs where I would not be able to kill at 29 minutes the mobs, I said, okay, Vandalier is the solution. Vandalier, that's it. So I tried Vandalier runs, but these are very difficult. I mean, you better be lucky getting other evolutions before getting those two birds to level 8. They're not great by themselves. At the beginning, they're pretty poor actually. And they become really strong, and I did reach the point where I had Vandalier. But I died. I said, no, that's not gonna work. It does work because I saw somebody, I saw only 2 videos with that 130% curse, by the way, but I didn't search that hard. Just the first that popped, and that person was using Vandalier. He was actually able to kill the mobs at a 29-minute mark. But the runs are too painful. I cannot play 8 hours a day this game. I do a few runs a day. And then get frustrated and stop, and the day after try again, and today I got it. I thought, okay, I make enough damage to reach the 29-minute mark, then I die. How do I do this? And I thought the Lancet. Let's walk on blue mobs. And in fact, I will almost die at one point, get in trouble, but that Lancet, you just walk on the blue mobs and you're safe. And then with the whip, you know, I don't know if I had the garlic at the time, at least the evolved whip, I did have it. You slowly regen, you know, and every time you level up, you pick up food. Now it's time to move, by the way. I'm close to 6 minutes, but I was noticing there's not too many mobs. Look at that, there's not too many mobs. Because I don't wanna run away when there's tons of mobs, because I would lose so much XP. That was another thing that I had to tweak in my strategy, and this is absolutely needed. I mean, I need that tone, the tone that reduces cooldown. I need Spellbinder, the Candel for sure. Of course, I'm gonna need the skull. Unfortunately, I will get the skull later. Sometimes I get it earlier. It's not that bad because early in the run, if I get the skull early in the run, I'm fine. It's irrelevant when I get it. It doesn't make the run easier if I get the skull late. Although when I was in big trouble and I had an opportunity to upgrade the skull, I did it. I'm not stupid. The goal is to succeed, no matter the cost. But anyways, I had runs where my first skull, in fact, one of my 29-minute runs, I had a skull first or second item and I was fine. It's just after that I had the garlic really quick also, and you know, I was able to kill everything really fast, no problem. The duplicator also is so important, which I don't have right now. So if you look at this, I have no garlic, no duplicator. I do have the Lancet, but I don't really need it for now. What I need to do is kill mobs. So we reach the Attractorb, which is of course important for the Labora, the evolution for the Santa Water, which is super low level. Had I gone to the Candel, I would right now have, well, when a box appears, I would have my first evolution, which would be the Evolved Axe. That's why I thought this was a mistake. Too late now, I will never do a run like this again, and there's going to be a patch very soon. So it's perfect timing for this run. I mean, when the patch comes out, I will make an update on the new evolution that's coming up. And I'll try whatever they release. It's going to be fun. So if you're not aware, I made a quick guide, 3 minutes, how to kill the Reaper. The Grim Reaper. Sorry if you already know about that, just for those who are outsiders. And also I made an evolution guide, but a little more organized than the others that I saw. I'm not saying it's necessarily better, I don't want to brag or anything, but I put all organized with timestamps, nice and clear. I showed the item, how it looks like for new players, you know, and for everybody. So check it out, I'll put them probably in the recommended video. And when the ad, for instance, they added Manaja, which is the evolved version of this song, the thing that shoots up and down the sheet. It didn't exist when I made the original guide. I made a short 1-minute video, so I'll do the same for whatever they're gonna come up in the next patch. I'm excited about it. So you can see my DPS is okay. I'm okay. But I'm looking. Look, Santa Water. I finally have it, but it's level 1. So that's, yeah. Right now with the axe, it would be better. But I'm killing mobs. That's what's important. I just got hit hard here. I'm killing mobs, and by the way, I'm gonna die at one point. Use my revive. The problem is when you stop killing mobs, then you're in big trouble. Okay, so 2 more accessories. Still don't have the skull. I did not avoid it. I hope I did not miss it, but anytime I have an opportunity to get a new accessory, I must get it so I can pick up those items all over the map. The sooner the better. So avoiding the skull is not a strategy. It's irrelevant because when you reach the 25-minute mark, you're already maxed out everywhere. And this is where it matters. There's so many mobs. It's going to be completely insane. Do not miss that. You can also skip towards the end if you're tired of it. I think I'll put, like I said, a timestamp at 28 minutes or something like that. Just before 28 minutes. Going to keep going. So I'm picking up. If I think about it, I added... Because I used to just come here, get the orb, and that's it. I would not get the candle. I would get the candle naturally. So I would, right now I would probably already have a evolved axe and try to get that orb here, and I'd be done. I would go towards the right. I know I showed the map real quickly, but I would go towards the right, pick up the armor, and that's it. But that means no empty tone. This reduces the cooldown. You know, it's 8% per level, I believe. So it's really important to get that, I believe. And that's why I'm picking up everything. Not the speed one. I tried with the speed one. If I take a route... I could have... Like, if I go directly to the candle, I would go down from my original point. Then I can turn left and pick up the speed. But the speed, run speed is not necessary. I'm going to prove this in this video. And again, I went in a different direction. There is an upside though. If I can survive this, which I will, then I'll have the Attractorb earlier than if I went in the different direction. Sorry. So it means I pick up XP from further. Maybe I get a little more levels. Although I'm not gonna get that crazy of a score at the end in terms of kills and all. I just wanted to make it. Okay, so we're close to be able to evolve something, I believe. I'm going a bit fast here. Of course, I was just concentrating on the run. Let me just see. So I'm about to die here, unfortunately. And I said, oh no, we're gonna have to start over again. There we go. So I die here. And I go through the mobs and I see a red. See, level 7. Everything was like 5, 6, 5, 6, 7. I cannot get an evolution anywhere. Come on, you know. But I will be able to do this. And I said, I gotta concentrate. And look how low I went. Walk on blue mobs. I'm not used to that Lancet all that much. I haven't used it all that much. But that's the keys, to really concentrate and walk on frozen mob, the blue mobs, and you're gonna do just fine. And throughout this run, I'll learn to do this because this is new. It's an adjustment from the original build, which I think the previous build was Vandalier, and it's very recent that I've been using the Lancet. Here's the Evolve Whip. And I'm low health. This is gonna help a lot. You know, look at how it slowly regen. So it doesn't It's not meant for DPS, but it's really nice to have right now. I was really happy to have it. And here's a level 8 song, and finally I'm gonna get a second evolution, and all of a sudden I went from almost dying and a triple chest too to, oh, I forgot, it's true, I don't have the skull yet. So I was like, no, I could have gone the evolved song, which is Manager, which is really strong. It slows down mobs. It doesn't knock them back, I think it just slows them down. So one of the keys, of course, to knock back mobs. That's why garlic is really important for survivability. Now look at that. Now I'm walking on blue mobs. Started to think here. I gotta stay alive. Let's walk on the frozen mobs. More frozen mobs here. That's the key. I was not really doing it. That's why I died the first time. I said this is my chance to survive, because I'm not really killing the mobs as much as I would like to. Unfortunately, my DPS is a bit low still, because this is a defensive build. That's why this run is a bit special instead of the usual all-in DPS, and I might go back to all-in DPS. We'll see what they offer in the patch. I love melting mobs all over the place, but this is a defensive build. So I'm showing that it's possible to do it without absolutely destroying everything in existence around you. Here's the garlic. After all this time, the last item I get. You know, when it's the first item, everything's so much easier. I got it last, you know. And I still don't have that skull. I still don't have, what else am I missing on the top of my head? Trying to see, I can't think what I'm missing. What is it? I don't remember. I'm improvising, sorry. Well, yeah, so I'm missing 2 items anyways. And after that, I'll be able to pick up the Attractorb. But you can see that there's a big difference already. Duplicator, of course. How could I forget about the duplicator? It's my favorite. It's my favorite accessory. There's no run I will ever do, I think, without this duplicator. So I ran with no duplicator, no garlic for the longest time. And all I'm missing now is the skull, which is very, very, very important, because that's the point of this run. I still don't have it. I remember a run, everything was going fine. I wasn't paying attention. And I realized I didn't have any spot left. I did not have a skull. I had to start over. I need the skull, of course. I'll get it. It's inevitable. You know, I usually use spinach. No spinach here. Okay, so Santa Water level 4. Still low. When I get Labora, everything will change. So this was accidental, by the way. I did not mean to pick up that chest. I would have picked it up just before leaving, not now, but okay. Here's the skull, finally! So now I can make Manager, which will make me even stronger. I can pick up the Attractorb and get out of here. But first, let's pick up some leftover XP as much as possible. But I wanted to hurry up because look at that, 15 minutes already. We're halfway there. I need to get to that armor. I need to get that candle. That candle is so important, not just for the evolution of the axe, but because it makes your projectiles bigger. It's a must. I believe it's a must. It's pretty far. Look at that. Look at the map, how far it is. But I'll make it. I'm just gonna run and run and run. Not care about leveling up. I'm strong enough to kill mobs. I have this land set which I'm getting used to use. I'm almost ready to go right now. That's why I'm keep looking at the map like this to make sure. Here's a, gotta be careful, especially at 25 minutes. I died a few times. You know how you get in the zone and you daydream almost, and you walk right into, oh, I'll address something else also. You walk right into an elite at 25 minutes, and that one is troublesome. I died twice to it. I want to address the Green Reaper. The Green Reaper. It's almost unfortunate that it didn't appear in this map. I don't like it too much. If you're careful, it appears at 8, and 12 minutes. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I don't want to give false information. I think it's 8 and 12 minutes, and there's a chance it appears at the very beginning of the run, but it happened to me only once. You can kill it with Rosary. Otherwise, you run. Now, it makes things very interesting, and I survived many times with this annoying Green Reaper, but sometimes it appears right in your face, you don't even notice it. But now that I know that it's 8 and 12 minutes, I pay attention when the time comes, and I look around to make sure he doesn't appear, so I don't run in his face and get one shot, okay? So, some people really dislike this Green Reaper. I'd say I'm neutral about it. If you know that he comes at 8 and 12 minutes, just be careful. Check if he's there. If he's there, it's a problem. You gotta run all the time, and it makes you run into mobs and things like this if you need to be static. But with the build that I have, I can walk on blue mobs. I don't know, I would have been okay. It would have been interesting to watch me run away from this Green Reaper. Maybe get a Rosary and kill it. It gives you a box. You gotta be lucky. I don't have the 4-leaf clover, of course, so my luck is super low. I didn't notice if I picked up, you know how it sometimes drops a little clover on the ground. I didn't notice if I picked anyone up. So here I'm not picking up the skull yet. I could, I guess, but I wanted the garlic evolution. I wanted more survivability. I just wanted to succeed in the tome. But eventually, of course, I'll max it out. I have to. Because I tried many times, you know, to do this. I wish I could have published this a few days ago. But I needed to try and maybe I could have tried all day long for multiple days, but I have other videos to do and things to do in real life, you know. So every day we'll try a little bit, then stop, try and stop. I was really hoping to get it. I'm just happy that we got it. There you go. So now I'm gonna get the evolution for the garlic, and I knew I would survive up to 29 minutes. It's a formality now. I know I'll be fine. It's guaranteed. Look at that, the mobs are now dying a little more. And guess what? Now I'm gonna pick up the skull. Now that I'm sure that I'll survive, I can increase the flow of mobs. I think it makes them stronger too, doesn't it? We'll have to read the full description of that skull of Maniac. It does make things insane anyways. But yeah, now I can upgrade it. Look at that, I'm perfectly fine. 18 minutes. So at 20 minutes is going to be another elite. I don't know about 19 minutes. So I'm still trying to get to the right for the armor, just in case I get hit. Normally, maybe I wouldn't pick it up, but once again, because it's on my path towards the candle, why not pick it up? Just nonsense not to pick it up. You see, I'm doing just fine. If there's a problem, walk on the blue mobs. Now the fire will be really strong when I get Labora, the evolution for Santa Water. I even afford turning around and picking up leftover XP. Santa Water is now level 8 finally, so I'll get... And you're gonna see the damage at the end if you're not too familiar with Labora. I wasn't, I mean, again, I didn't know how much damage it would do. Is it the best DPS evolution? I don't know, in terms of pure DPS. But it's just, it's like double anything. Well, I didn't try. Like, I've been sitting in this level with this character forever. It probably depends on the character and the level and all. I don't know, it's hard to say. So more Clock Lancet, because I noticed there's more mobs. And they don't really melt all that much. It's because I still don't have that evolution, the Labora. But next time there's a box and there's an elite just beside me, following me right now. I don't know if you see, it's the bigger golem. Once he dies, I'll finally, you'll see the difference. The whole floor will be filled with fire. See, I'm going on the safe side again because there's so many mobs, and now I'll be able to kill them as soon as I'm able to kill them, even though I have a defensive build. Then I'll finish with the skull and the rest. And all of a sudden, any nuts is that? How much space I have? Labora is an absolute must in my view. Duplicator 2 and Spellbinder makes it last longer. The candle makes it bigger, the circles, you know. The tone makes it appear faster, the fire. So everything is concentrated towards Labora. The only thing I don't have maybe is the spinach. I can't have it, unfortunately. And I tested something, at least in this, well, with an older build. Instead of the tome, I went with spinach, and my DPS was lower on Labora. It seems like the tome is better. It seems like it. Based on my experience, it's not a scientific analysis of the thing. So here's the chest plate after all this time. And 21 minutes, I have to walk all the way down to get the candle and prepare for the end of this run. I really need that candle, I feel. Although I'm doing fine right now. One question that I'm not too sure about, maybe you can let me know in the comments, is that candle, I said it makes the area bigger for any projectile, right? Does it apply to the Lancet? Again, I'm not very familiar with the Lancet. So yeah, does it make the Lancet effect wider? That's my question for you. Well, here I am running down, not caring about killing anything. I don't need to. I don't need to level up anymore. The only reason I would need to level up is to heal, get the chicken instead of the money. I don't care about my score, I don't care about anything. I just want to do 130% run on Curse on this map in hyper mode and not die. Not here for world records and things like this. So let's run down, all the way down. It's pretty far. Feels far anyways. Look at that. Now I had a feeling that I had a chance because, again, it's very specific, right, what I'm looking for. So there would be scenarios where they would offer me none of the items that I need. I would need to re-roll, and sometimes I would run out of re-rolls, and there's also a skip. So that's 3 things. I would run out of all of that, and it will again offer me none of what's part of that very specific build. Normally when I play this game, I adjust. I go with the flow, you know, I go with what they offer me and I adjust. But in this case, I had a very specific build in mind. So I need the exact right items. I do have rerolls, but sometimes I had to start over, and this was the first time that I had a chance to try this version of the build with no Laurel and no Vandalier, just the Lancet. But the survival mode thing with the whip and the garlic, I've been doing it for a bit, and it felt right with Labora. Those 3 things felt right. The rest, I wasn't sure. I said, how do I make it? Because I tried Pentagram. I don't like Pentagram. It doesn't proc when it needs to. I don't know. Do you like Pentagram? It didn't help me at 29-minute mark. I died at 29:25. I think. No, it never procced. So there was a run with the Pentagram, which I died at 29:25. No Lancet. I may have had the Laurel. I don't remember, but it never procced. But even if it does, it clears the whole screen, and it takes 1 or 2 seconds for all the mobs to come back in your face anyways. And it does destroy XP stuff anyways. Maybe not all of it, I'm not too sure. I think when you level it up over time, you might destroy less of them, or there's an upgrade in the shop. It's blurry. Sorry, I'm no expert at this game. I don't play enough to be an expert. You still can watch my guys though, they're pretty credible. You know, I did my research properly, but otherwise, when it comes to specific items, all the mechanics and even the math behind stuff, I'm not very familiar. I'm a casual Vampire Survivors player who joined a month too late. I bet you if I started playing as soon as this released, there would be way more people watching this, but I don't care. It's all good. It's not always all about views, you know. So long as the audience watching my stuff enjoys it. So 25 minutes and now it becomes easy. And I decided to remain still. So the reason why I remain still, it may look a bit boring. Of course my Attractorb it's fully leveled up, so it will pick up a lot of XP. But if you look at the outsides of the screen on the left and the right, there are XP little gems left, right? So my strategy was to sit there, and I shouldn't move too much. Well, there's going to be an elite eventually though, so I'm gonna have to move, but anyways, I move as little as possible, and when trouble happens, I can run and level up and use the chicken to heal. So I want to keep XP on the ground. So a strategy I just came up with speaking to you right now, because it always can get better. One thing I could do is move, in the sense I move to the right slowly, move to the right, move to the right, and I leave tons of XP on the left. That's something I could have done. I just realized that instead of sitting there, because there's just a little ring of XP around me, but if I was to move, there will be a sea of XP on my left. I should have done that. But I still made it, so it's okay. But see, if I failed this next run, I would know to do that, to leave XP behind by moving a bit, you know. So kept tweaking it and kept tweaking it again and again. Here's the elite here. Gotta be careful not to get hit. But I'm fine. Look at the space I have. Perfectly okay. Here it is. I keep the box there. Now there's a box higher. I was trying to see how high it is. So I like those boxes because if I'm in trouble, I can pick up the box, compose myself, relax for a second. It's a way to pause the game in reality. I could pause the game also, but it gives me an invincibility for a very, very, very short period of time. So I can look where the mobs are, and if I'm gonna go there, go, you know. So that's why I keep a box, but I don't have much. And I think I'll pick it up at exactly 29 minutes anyways, which is odd. But normally it's a good idea to keep boxes around. In trouble, pick up a box. You're probably gonna die anyways. But it did save me in other scenarios. Okay, 28 minutes was still okay. It's really the 29 minutes that's a problem. Mobs are getting a little bit closer, but with this build I have enough DPS to kill anything at 28 minutes. Not a problem at all. And now I start leveling up a lot because these are all elites and they drop red XP gem. So I'm just picking up money. I don't care. I don't care about my score, as I said. It's irrelevant. I don't know if I'll ever try 40 wars. Probably not. Probably not. Just guides, well, the evolution guides, and try the new maps and new characters and make a run or two per patch or something like that. I doubt I'll push hard on leaderboards. I don't have time. 10 more seconds and things are going to be insane. 5 seconds. I said, okay, is that gonna work? And I thought, it's gotta work. I mean, there's so many frozen mobs, and here it is. No, at 29 minutes I did not pick up a box. And now the mobs start appearing in my face. I cannot kill them. Well, I killed them a little bit, but not enough. So I pick up a box. And it's a legendary one. You cannot skip the animation. By the way, I wish you could. I wish you could skip the animation. I mean, it gets old. It was cool originally. But it gets old, you know, you're trying to do a run, especially when I'm frustrated and I just want to move ahead. You know, I mean, let's say I fell 3-4 times in a row, I'm getting angry, and this thing happens, I'm happy to have 5 items, I just want to skip and move ahead. Please remove this, devs, if you're watching. But look at that, again, epilepsy, seizure-inducing animations here. Look at my health going down slowly, but I am picking up. That's why I'm moving left a little bit and up, trying to pick up what I left. And I'm walking on blue mobs, and I saw the 30 seconds. I'm trying not to look at the time, but look at this sea of blue mobs. They're frozen, they cannot do anything. And they block the other mobs, right? They're here as a wall. And I knew I would succeed without looking at the time so I don't choke, because I've choked many times in multiple videos. And yeah, that would be the run. That's how I did it. Everybody does it his own way. What do you think? Let me know what you think of this strategy. We'll look at the scores and how much damage. Labora, look at that. 17.5k DPS. It's almost double my Death Spiral, which is one of the best evolutions there is. Manaja 8.1k, and Blood Eater combined with Soul Eater is 4k. I had scenarios where my Death Spiral will only be at 8k, seriously. Yeah, okay, if I combine Blood Eater and Soul Eater, I guess it doesn't do. Maybe I hallucinated, so sorry about this mistake here. It's really to survive and knock back mobs and get health back. Anyways, I hope you like this run. I had a lot of fun trying to do this. I'm really happy that it's done. If you like this video, please hit thumbs up and leave a comment below. If you want to support this channel, you can subscribe and hit the notification bell to make sure you don't miss future videos. Thank you for watching and see you next time.